Hey team, it's been a really long time since I was on live. That is because I've been dealing with bronchitis and laryngitis. Bronchitis was misdiagnosed, so it was a really long time before I got properly diagnosed and on the right medication to knock it out. But unfortunately, it just takes a really long time to recover. And many of you probably don't know this story, but I'm going to say it was early 2003, because that's the year I got married. I actually lost my voice. I blew it out because I was sick at a Penn State bowl game and was shouting for the team to win. We lost. I think that was the year we lost to Auburn. The weather was horrible. The whole week we were in Orlando for the bowl game. It was raining and miserable, and I was sick. So I have to be really, really protective of my voice when I get sick because I do lose it. So this will probably be all the talking I do for the entire day. Not entirely accurate, but pretty close. I do a lot of texting and a lot of email and not a lot of talking. But it was really important to me to get on and talk to you all about what I've got coming up because it's called the Power Planning Program. And this is the perfect time of the year to plan, if you haven't already, for the upcoming year. Small business owners, this is good for really anybody. If you are neurozesty like me, you might have a different flavor of neurozesty. You may find planning onerous, like you'd rather put pins in your eyes than plan. And I completely get it. The thing is you need some kind of a plan. And so the way this is going to work is we're going to try to help you overcome all the things that get in your way of planning because you have this uniquely wired brain. So, for example, we have a lot of time blindness. We have a hard time knowing how much time something's going to take. So we may think that's going to take way too much time, Catherine. I can't freaking dedicate time to planning. I can't possibly take, say, 2 days out of my life to go to some workshop and do a whole bunch of planning. I have streamlined this process and made it super ADHD and neurozesty friendly. So instead of having a 2-day workshop where you go away somewhere, it's all online. And each day, it's a total of 5 days, we're going to have mini trainings. So on the very first day, we will reflect back on 2024. Now there's 2 ways you can do it, which is really cool. This is amazing that we've created all this. I don't know how we've managed to find time, but we have. You'll either use a workbook if your brain is kind of an analog brain, you prefer to plan on paper, or you can use the GPTs we've designed. These are custom GPTs that I am only putting out there for the people attending this program. They're not going to be in the public realm for anybody else. If you don't join the program, you don't get access to these GPTs. There's no other way to get to them. I'm going to have to do water, folks. Just bear with me. So, and the GPT, the questions will be exactly the same. But the cool thing about a GPT is that it will ask you questions to trigger other ideas. It is workable with ChatGPT free version because I've tried to keep the words really minimal. What else can I tell you? Okay, that was time blindness. We struggle in general with planning. It's just that how our brains are built. What happens is we'll look at a project and think it's a task. So it'll be like, I want to build a website. And then where are the steps? How do you plan it all out? And that's what we'll be doing the 4th day. So the 2nd day, I'll get back to that. The 2nd day, we're doing values. What's important to you? What drives you? What's your why? And the reason you do that is you want to have a sense of what's most important. And one of the ways to weed out your priorities or to get to your priorities and weed out all the extra stuff is by determining your values. On the 3rd day, so we're going to have those 2 days. The next day is a day off where we co-work and do some things together and we make sure everybody's caught up because day 3 is the big one. That's the day we prioritize. And the GPT for this is amazing. I just test ran it. Oh my gosh, it's incredible. So again, if you're analog, you can use the workbook and do the exact same thing step by step on paper, or it's in PDF format. You can do it right on the PDF. Then day 3, like I said, we prioritize. We determine which are the 3 goals that are most important to us. I only allow my clients to have 3 goals. Why? More than that is overwhelming. And by the way, one of your goals needs to be a personal type self-care type goal that's not necessarily related to business. So you're really going to have 2 business goals. All right, so that's day 3. Then we have Sunday off. This starts Wednesday, January 8th. So you have the day 1, day 2, Friday's kind of off, but co-working, so everyone can catch up. Day 3 is this prioritization, which is landing on a Saturday. And I did that deliberately because I know people work and they've got a lot going on. And this way you're not cluttering up a work day with that. Day 4 is another day off. We're actually going to do nothing. I'm going to take a full day off. I really tell my clients it is so incredibly important. You must take a full day off every week in some way, shape, or fashion because you've got to renew and recharge and rest. Yes, I'm doing a StreamYard video and I've worked part of the day today. I'm catching up. I want to make sure that everything gets done. So I'm not taking my advice today. I did take all of Saturday off, which was great. I'm so glad I did. Actually, it was Friday I took off. I took all of Friday off. And Saturday, I did a little work, but very little, just a couple hours. All right. I'm not missing the point. Squirrel, ADHD, we get distracted, right? So by keeping these in small, bite-sized chunks, it'll hopefully help you from getting distracted and moving on to other things. Last but not least, second to last, day 4. By the way, I just have to say second to last, there's this word penultimate. That's actually what is used to say second to last. And it was on one of my exams when I was in grad school. And I just couldn't understand why the hell someone would use some big fancy word when you could just say second to last. He used it for second to last paragraph. And we're all like, what's penultimate? Now you know, a new word. Isn't that great? Words are awesome, but you know what? Just keep things simple, people. It's way easier. Second to last day, which is Monday. We will then plan your first quarter. So here's the thing. I learned this in 2020. I planned out my whole year for 2020. And what happened in March of 2020, the whole year-long plan went right in the toilet. Sorry, it's just the reality. We have ADHD brains anyway, so we sure as hell don't want to think past 3 months. So we are going to be just planning out how you're going to start to effectively get to those goals that you've set for the year, those priorities in your first quarter. And again, workbook or GPT, you'll be laying it out to determine how it's all going to look. So on Tuesday, when we wrap up our final day, we're going to celebrate your success. There's going to be prizes. It's going to be amazing. I'm really excited for all of you. We are here for your success. The last thing for you to know about how we're really keeping you on the ball with this is we're going to offer co-working sessions. So my clients love these. We call this Productivity Power Hour. We gather for 1 hour. At the top of the hour, we all say what we're going to work on. It's a small group, don't worry. Then for 50 minutes, 50 minutes, which is the equivalent of like 2 Pomodoros, if you're aware of the Pomodoro method. We don't stop in between the 25 minutes. We go straight through 50 minutes. My clients and I have found that's like the perfect amount of time to stay focused and whatnot. And then after, in those 50 minutes, you're working on your plan, right? Whatever that particular day's thing is. And we have them set up so they're the first day is the Wednesday. The first power hour is Thursday. So there'll be power hours Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday. I don't remember if I put one on Saturday. I apologize. I just can't remember. All right. So there's that. There will be 2 Q&A sessions in case you have questions of me. There's a private Facebook group, so you can go into the Facebook group. It's just us, the people who are doing the power planning program. And I'll be there and available to answer any questions, as will my assistant, CJ, who's amazing. She's my online business manager, and she's fantastic. So we'll both be monitoring that group a lot, okay? So what are you going to be learning? Like, what are your takeaways from this? Well, one thing is the first thing you need to do to make sure you achieve your most important goals in 2025. And it probably isn't what everyone else is telling you. How to break down your overwhelming goals into manageable steps. This is so important. So you can stay focused, make progress, and avoid burnout through the year. The most important action, this is the third thing, most important action to take before the end of January if you want to move towards your goals. And it's so much easier than you ever could have imagined. And last but not least, a behind the scenes peek at how my planning method, which we've designed for this program. I will also talk you through some other planning methods because your brain is different than my brain. You may have a different way of doing things. These are proven techniques. They help you stay focused. They'll help you track your progress, and you can maintain your motivation without feeling burned out or scattered. I really encourage you. The link is just below my head. I'm gonna lose my voice. bit.ly Power Planning 2025. Show up for you. There's nothing more important than having a sense of who you are, what's important to you, and being able to move forward in your goals. And let me tell you, neurozestiness can get in your way. I am neurozesty. I get it. I've designed this program to work for people who have neurozesty brains. I would love for you to be a part of it. Again, it's bit.ly Power Planning 2025. We start on January 8th. Check it out. Join us. Super amazing group. My clients are the best. I am so fortunate. I would love for you to be one of my clients. And then I get to say how great it is that you are. Thanks for listening in. And I'm hoping to come back and do another live tomorrow to tell you more. But this is a great start. So have an amazing new year. And the best thing you can do for you in the new year is figure out what it is that is going to rock your 2025. And you can do it with us.